Today, I want to run through some simulations which could potentially play out for the Shiba Inu ecosystem before the end of the year. I'm going to be taking a look at each individual token in the SHIB ecosystem, which is SHIB, LEASH, and BONE, and then we're going to evaluate their potential based on known catalysts. All right. Welcome back to SHIB Planet, everyone. This is Ace. But before I continue, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. On this channel, I provide information and macro analysis for the Shiba Inu community, so treat all my videos as information and entertainment purposes only. Also, for best viewing, I highly recommend that you watch today's video at least 1.5 speed. This is going to help you consume my content faster. So simply just click on the settings button, which is either on the lower right or the upper right, depending on whatever device you're on, and then select playback speed and then 1.5 or higher. Okay, let's look at my current holdings in each token and then a look at my whole portfolio. At the moment, this is Shiba Inu. It's currently trading at about 4 zeros and 26339 units. And this is down roughly about 4% from yesterday at the moment, and but it's still holding. Shiba Inu currently has a healthy market cap of 10 billion, which I'm always happy to see. And this puts Shiba Inu currently at the number 20 spot out of all cryptocurrencies on the planet. I'm currently holding a roughly 500 million SHIB tokens, which are currently holding a value of 13,000. And I'm currently in profit of just over 10K at the moment. So let's quickly jump to LEASH, the next token. As of this moment, LEASH is currently trading at about $2,034, and it's up about 4% from yesterday. And it's showing signs of strengthening in anticipation of the additional utility which is going to be coming most likely this week. Now, not many people know this, but LEASH has what I call the explosive factor. Now, what I mean by this is it's got a low market cap and a low circulating supply. And it's rare to have this combination in crypto, and this makes it able to explode in value even with slight amounts of demand. More on this later. And I'm currently holding 1.8 LEASH tokens, which currently hold a value of about $3.6 thousand, and I'm in profit over maybe about 1.5K at the moment. And finally, let's wrap things up with BONE. Now, BONE has risen from the ashes by over a massive up 150% over the past week, and it's currently trading at $2.38. Now they are now over 163 million BONE tokens which are in circulation, and that represents about 65% of how much will ever be minted of this token. I currently hold nearly 1,300 bones, and they currently hold a value of 3,000, which is awesome because I pretty much didn't pay anything for these, as they were earned through digging and providing liquidity during the liquidity event. So all up this means that my portfolio is sitting at a healthy $20,181 across all my Shiba Inu ecosystem tokens. All right, guys, let's run a simulation. Starting with SHIB. Okay, guys, I've set my personal target for to be about 50,000 by the end of the year. And this is just my personal target according to my own personal balance. As for this year, if SHIB can carry the momentum, can continue carrying its momentum, especially as Bitcoin approaches 60K at the end of October, I see Shiba Inu sliding quietly past its all-time high before the end of October. So to facilitate this, I'll probably just put I'll put movement of about 20 billion over the next while. Okay, cool. So this puts it at about a 20 billion market cap. It would have slid past its all-time high at this stage. Now, the reason why I put this is because there's a lot of attention on Shiba Inu at the moment, and it's likely going to draw attention to the announcements which are pending, especially as Shiba Inu continues to grow. And if it continues to grow, it'll draw attention to the announcements which are pending, such as the NFTs, the game which is under development, the introduction of the Doggy DAO. And this news is likely to solidify confidence in Shiba Inu. And I can see SHIB hitting a 20 billion market cap, hopefully, most probably in early November. So actually, SHIB is so popular at the moment. I was even offered a TV spot by a major channel to talk about Shiba Inu, but my time zone is probably going to be an issue. Anyway, also, did you guys see that tweet from the president of El Salvador? It pretty much said, the translation, it says that he has a surprise and it's nervous, and then he put dog paw prints immediately after that. Now, when I saw this, I immediately thought, could El Salvador be buying SHIB? And many people are thinking that too, because El Salvador is the first openly pro-crypto country, and as you know, they've already made Bitcoin one of their legal tenders. Now, and some people are even saying that it could be Doge, but personally, I think due to the popularity of SHIB at the moment and its deflationary nature and its utility, SHIB is actually a better economic decision if this is actually what's being hinted at. Also, SHIB is actually very popular in South America in general. And I don't know, guys, what do you think? Do you think what do you think this is? Maybe he just bought a dog. I don't know. Anyway, I think Milkshake, one of the she actually responded to this, and she said, "Hi, Mr. President, an honor. We will be waiting for your surprise. Thanks. I hope it'll be related to crypto and SHIB." So that was a quite interesting take which she did there. Also, there's a lot of celebrities who've been promoting SHIB, if you've noticed on Twitter, and many big crypto influencers who were once publicly against SHIB, they are actually joining the SHIB army, such as Dave Goldstein, if that's how you pronounce his name. Also, another factor is SHIB is still the biggest ERC20 token held amongst the Ethereum holders at the moment, and it holds about close to 20%. So basically, SHIB is still very bullish, and and this is what I'm factoring in for a 30 billion market cap by December. I don't think that part's out of the question. So to factor that in, maybe I'll just put. Just gonna see how far. Yeah, let's take us to 30 billion, more or less, by December. So if this happens, I'll be sitting on roughly 40K worth of SHIB, and I would have reached about 81% of my target towards 50K. So that's actually not so bad. Let's jump to Leash. Okay. Now with Leash is actually one of my quiet favorites tokens, and I know there's quite a number of you who ask for this in the comment sections. So yeah, hopefully we'll enjoy this together. Now, everything about Leash cries moonshot. It has a low market cap. It has a low circulating supply. It's directly related to the mega viral token, which is Shiba Inu. And this means that as Shiba Inu does well, so too does Leash, which we've noticed recently. Actually, at SHIB's all-time high, Leash reached a price of nearly $8,000. And this was when it had no utility at all. It was just, a viral meme, and there was a lot of FOMO. But Leash at the moment, it actually has a lot more utility in the ecosystem, including that it's a top dog pair, which means it's a high yielding pair in ShibaSwap. And it's also a listing fee for listing new tokens on ShibaSwap. And now it's going to be one of the main tokens for purchasing NFTs. And so I'm going to factor all of this into Leash to reach at least 10K, its all-time high in November, maybe even in October. So to do this, I'll probably just take this all the way to the end. So this is 10K. This is what it could most probably be if it reaches its all-time high. So, but personally, I wouldn't be surprised if Leash could hit 15K, particularly as the global market rises. And let me see if I can factor that in. I'm just going to pump that up to, yeah, I'll put it at about 16. And if this happens, my balance is going to be close to 30K in Leash alone, and the price, as you know, would be 15. So anyway, at the moment, let me show you an interesting thing about Leash. If I try let it grow out at a flat rate of about, at that same rate, let's say 200 million a month. Let's just say I'm going to max out everything on this simulator. I'll just try max everything out as much as I comfortably can. Okay, cool. It's at this stage, it'll reach a market cap of, uh, let's say, about five billion in 2 years. I'm just trying to forecast as far as possible here, and that's actually it could actually be quite modest. Now, remember, the global crypto space is going to continue to grow. So at that time, let's say in about a couple of years, 5 billion, it may be still considered low amongst some of the coins. But if I just held my tokens, I would have pretty much 90K just for holding about 1.8 leash. But that's actually not completely true, because as you know, leash is super deflationary at the moment because there are two burn mechanisms at play. One is a listing fee, and the other one is where leash is burned on all purchases which are made via now payments. So in 2 years, that'll probably stack up quite a bit. So I'm going to probably burn about 15% of leash to account for transactions which will happen in a couple of years. And look at that. Now my circulating supply, I've reduced it to 91K, and the price has shot up to 62K. And my leash balance is now worth 112,000, and that's huge for an investment of less than 2,000. Now, and I'm personally, I'm one of those who are on the lower end of leash holders. So if I multiply this by maybe 3, if I do that there, this is going to mean that anyone who has 4 or more leash is going to have close to a quarter of a mil, and that's quite insane. Anyway, this is one of the reasons why I think this is Shaitoshi's favorite token, and I'm pretty sure that more utility is going to keep coming to this token over the years. Anyway, I'm going to reset this back to where it was before, just so I can move on. Okay, cool. So let's head to Bone token. Bone token is also a silent favorite of mine. I like it because because almost all of the bone which was made, it was earned during the liquidity event. So it was basically printed money during that time. Okay, let's talk catalysts. Bone also has a relatively low supply, and but since it has a low supply, and it hasn't reached its max. But since it's only going to reach its max in 2024, that supply is actually it's actually quite low. So it's a little bit like leash, but it's not as volatile. Now, Bone is the governance token of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and all Bone holders, they have the ability to propose changes and to vote on those proposals. And this is going to be essential during as Shiba Inu continues to become more decentralized. That way, whatever ideas the communities come up with, they can vote for. Bone is also a top dog pair in ShibaSwap, and that means that it yields some of the highest returns for both burying and digging, and that's staking and yield farming. Okay, let me just quickly do two positive scenarios for you. In one scenario, have you guys noticed that in an environment where SHIB has the spotlight, Bone, it actually represents about 3% of SHIB's value. So this 300, about this 300 million versus today's SHIB market cap of 10 billion. That's roughly 3%. So if Bone can maintain this ratio as all the ecosystems grow, that can put Bone at a 3 billion market cap if if SHIB reaches over here. So let me see. So that's what I'm gonna factor that in. At this rate, let me see if I can do that. I want to take it to a billion. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, at this rate, Bone will have a price of about $7, and my Bone value would be about 9K. But that's not quite true because I wouldn't have accounted for all the Bone which is going to come into circulation. So let me add about 5% newly minted bones into circulation. I'm just going to do that over here. This is what I assume will be in December, and so assuming that it's going to be about 175 million tokens, the price of Bone is probably going to be about $6 or $7. And this is what I would call a good scenario, but I'd also be happy if it was about half of that. Okay, but in my other Bone token scenario, things go a bit parabolic. Once again, I'm just going to do a major scenario. I'm just going to go probably a few years. It's not very likely in the short term, but at some point in the future, if Ryoshi's vision of ShibaSwap comes to fruition, things are going to look like this. For those of you who haven't read the Wolf paper, the vision of ShibaSwap, it's like this. This is the vision of ShibaSwap. We are dedicated to building the best decentralized ecosystem on the planet. Our 3 tokens were the seeds from which the Shiba Inu ecosystem ecosystem sprouted, and ShibaSwap is how they've dug their roots. Okay, cool. So at the moment, the highest ranking decentralized exchange at the moment is Uniswap, and the governance token of Uniswap is this one here. It's the Uni token. Now, in my opinion, Bone is actually the best comparison to Uni token for the following reason. For the following reasons. Okay, cool. This here, guys, this is Uniswap. The current This is currently the leading decentralized exchange for ERC20 tokens, and it's got the ability to swap tokens, to provide liquidity, and to earn yield rewards. And this is their voting mechanism where they can vote on proposal. The native, as I've mentioned, the native governance token is the Uni token, and this here is ShibaSwap. Now, can we have a round of applause for our very own ShibaSwap? ShibaSwap is also a decentralized exchange for ERC20 tokens. It too has the ability to swap tokens over here. It's got the ability to swap tokens to provide liquidity through digging. It has the facility to stake 3 tokens, which earn rewards in multiple currencies. It hosts an NFT collection for the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and it will also have a voting mechanism, which is scheduled for soon this year. And the governance token for ShibaSwap is Bone token. And also, did you guys know that on a code level, Uniswap and ShibaSwap are almost identical in terms of some of the functions? So, as a decentralized exchange, you know, and governance token, Bone is technically the natural competitor of Uniswap. So this is how I see it. In a future scenario where the Shiba Inu's popularity continues to soar and the DEX use rises up, so I'm just going to go here to Uniswap, and I'm going to take their market cap, but not their current market cap, because I'm looking forward into the future. I'm just going to, just for comparison's sake, I'm just going to take their highest market cap so far, which is roughly 22 billion. And then I'm going to head back over here, and I'm going to try add that into here. And this is going to yeah, okay, I'll just change that to 20 so I can get a, yeah, no, I'll leave it at that, because that's pretty much the market cap of Uniswap at the moment. And then I'm going to mint all of the Bone tokens, and this is going to take us to roughly 2024. Now, this is just my extreme scenario for a Bone token in the future, because I think ShibaSwap is virtually identical to Uniswap in many regards, but with an increase in users, it has the potential to hit the #1 DEX spot. And I'll burn about 5% of that supply, because, as you know, Bone now has a burn mechanism associated because of the purchases made via now payments. And in this scenario, I'll call it a 2024 scenario. And this would give Bone a price of $93, and my Bone value would probably be roughly 120K. And the first Bone millionaires are going to be anyone who holds roughly 10,000 Bone. So let's wrap this up with a final look at my portfolio. Before I do, I'm just going to quickly go back to where we were before. I think this was our price. Let's have a final look at my portfolio. Okay, cool. In this scenario, if the conditions play out just as simulated, my December 2021 portfolio balance is going to be a whopping $79,000. But notice how big Leash is in this one here for such a small initial investment. Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. If you found this useful, or if you like my style of content, please give this video a like, and even better, if you could share it on your social media channels. It'll be good for the Shiba Inu community to see the potential of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And I really enjoy running simulations for you guys, but I don't have to do them by myself. That's why I've made them. I've made this exact file available for anyone who wants to simulate the profit potential of your tokens, and not just Shiba Inu, but other tokens as well. It's got functionality for that. It's basically just an Excel file which I've just pimped up, and I'll leave the links to the in the description area below. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is Ace. Peace.